Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to turn on post notifications. We about to get into some things. So it looks like Nicki Minaj's opening artist, D0JA, got dropped from her record label. That's what the streets are saying. That D0JA got dropped from her record label, and fans believe that she is planning on signing to Heavy on It. That is what the streets are saying, and that's why Nicki Minaj is bringing her on tour. Now, with that being said, I don't know if I fully believe that she is currently or was currently signed to Epic Records. I think she probably still signed to Epic. I can't see why Epic would drop her if Scratch Off can still have a record deal. Okay? Now, D0JA don't chart like that, and she is a flop. I like D0JA's music, though. I listen to D0JA, and even though she's a flop, so is Scratch Off. Scratch Off barely chart, yet she's still in contract with RCA. I mean, that's not fair. Now, I know it's two different labels, but I feel like that wouldn't be fair to drop D0JA, and, you know, there's other flops on the label, and y'all keep them. That doesn't make any sense to me. And to be quite honest, you know, it wouldn't make sense for D0JA to leave Epic and go to Heavy on It. It wouldn't logically make sense because she would get a bigger budget at Epic than she would at Heavy on It. Okay? You know, what artist on Heavy on It that has a major budget or push other than Nicki Minaj? Now, D0JA is not the biggest artist on Epic, clearly. You know, a lot of Epic artists are probably flops. I don't really hear a lot of artists from Epic. But with that being said, you know, she's still able to put out music videos. You know, she still gets some radio, not a lot. You know, she still gets somewhat of a budget or promotion. It just may not be as big as the other artists or female rappers in the game. But at the end of the day, her sales are not that great. So, I mean, they're not going to give her a big budget if the sales ain't great. But I think she would get a bigger budget at Epic than she would at Heavy on It. Now, fans have also noticed that Nicki Minaj unfollowed two artists that allegedly left Heavy on It. London Hill, who I believe is a rapper in the UK. Okay, I don't listen to her music like that. And then Nana, who's an R&B singer. Okay. Now, unfortunately, Nana put out a statement saying that, you know, she left Heavy on It. And she said, unfortunately, the label situation that I was very excited about fell flat. Okay. I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity I was given. But in the end, it wasn't the right situation for me. I'm also not throwing shade. I was replying to the vile things some people be saying on this app, and it's only love from my end, and I'll continue to drop music independently. Now, some fans felt like Nicki Minaj was throwing shade at Nana because of her statement, and they were calling Nicki Minaj unprofessional. Nicki Minaj tweeted, "Kiss my ass." And obviously, y'all know, you know, the anus, you know, she quoted herself from, I think it was the Big Sean remix. And then she put some laughing emojis. So let me know how y'all feel about that. You know, it is interesting to see how, you know, Nicki Minaj gets more artists. Because I think a lot of artists are going to be scared to sign to Nicki Minaj's label because they feel like they might fall out with her. So I don't know what's going on, but this looks like a mess. Now, moving on to D0JA Cat, okay? Allegedly, D0JA Cat is working on her next album in London with her boo, Joseph Quinn, okay? I wonder if he's going to inspire some of the songs, okay? But here's the thing. D0JA Cat, what I do agree with, if you're talking about Joseph Quinn in your music, which I'm sure you will, you cannot say the N-word, okay? I'm here for you talking about Joseph Quinn in your new music, but you can't say the N-word while you're talking about him, okay? Because he's not an N-word. But, you know, if you're talking about past relationships, if you happen to so date a black man, which I doubt it, I don't think you like black men like that, you can say the N-word. But if you're talking about Joseph Quinn or your ex, I think I heard she's gonna be throwing shade at her ex, the Twitch streamer, that was basically broke. You cannot say the N-word while talking about him. Now, moving on from that, word on the street is that allegedly Scratch Off is gonna get Botchin' Pregnant, Divorced, Bitter, Delusional, and Broke on the remix to Brokey. A lot of fans are saying Brokey is one of their favorites on Scratch Off's album, Sugar Honey Piss Tea. And allegedly Scratch Off wants to get Botchin' Pregnant on the remix like she did for Put It in the Trash. Remember, Put It in the Trash came out first. Then she did the remix with Botchin' Pregnant, and that charted and went top 15 because Scratch Off can't chart by herself. So it looks like Scratch Off and Botched Pregnant and Divorced could be teaming up yet again and possibly throw some shots at Nicki Minaj, because we already went over the shots that were thrown at Nicki Minaj and Scratch Off's album. But with them two, they definitely going to be throwing shots at Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj, okay? Especially since Nicki Minaj unfollowed Ice Spice. That definitely is going to probably be a key for them. Let me know how y'all feel about it. I don't really feel like Brokey, that song needs a remix, okay? I feel like that's one of the stronger singles on the album, and I just feel like I don't think that song is meant for Botchin' Pregnant. Okay, I feel like she don't need to be on the song. Like some songs don't need remixes, and I don't feel like she need to be on the song. But Botchin' Pregnant also do need a hit song too. Okay, because most of her collaborations have flopped, so it's gonna be very interesting. I feel like both Scratch Off and Botchin' Pregnant need a hit. I feel like all the female rappers low key need a hit. Even Ice Spice. Even Megan Thee Stallion, that Man Mushi single didn't really do much. It didn't go top 10 or top 20 with the music video. So everybody needs a hit, technically. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, speaking of Scratch Off Sugar Honey Iced Tea debuts at number 1 on this week's top rap album chart. Okay? She's the third woman to top the chart in 2024. After Nicki Minaj with Pink Friday 2 in January. Megan the past round with Megan last month, and now it's Scratch Off. Okay, unfortunately, it looks like Ice Spice album did not go number 1 on the top rap album charts. Okay, unfortunately. But like I said before, if I can be completely unbiased, Scratch Off did have a better album than Ice Spice. We're just gonna be honest. She did have a better album overall. But she really couldn't sell more than Ice Spice. She only did 1,000 more than Ice Spice, which is embarrassing because this is her third album. And, Ice Spice is on her first. But, her album was better. I just think she don't have the fan base. And, she could have had the Barb support, because I saw some Barbs streaming Scratch Off's album on Twitter. Okay, I saw a lot of Barb supporting Scratch Off, but she would have had more of the Barb support if she had not basically gotten into it with Nicki Minaj and called her super freaky grandma. So that was Scratch Off's, own fault, but maybe Botchin' Pregnant can still try to save her career. Now, moving on to Queen B. Queen B's Freedom, featuring the King of Rap, rises to the top 5 on the U.S. iTunes following the Democratic National Convention. So congratulations to Queen B and Kung Fu Kenny. One thing about Queen B, she will put out a classic. Okay, y'all can say whatever y'all want about Queen B, but she always puts out classics when we're talking about singles and albums. Okay, and that's why she's been in the game for 30 plus years. Now, moving on to Walmart Yonsei. Unfortunately, I gotta give Walmart Yonsei Donkey of the Day. I went to check the album chart, the Payola Board album chart, and unfortunately, Walmart Yonsei did not chart at all. On all 200 spots, Walmart Yonsei's album is nowhere to be found. Allegedly, she only sold 500 to 1,000 copies first week, way less than what she did for her first album, and it did not chart at all. Now, here's my thing with Walmart Yonsei. Why do you continuously put out albums knowing that you're going to flop? I don't get that. Doesn't make any sense. And I try to tell Yonsei she should just do the acting thing like Zendaya and call it a day. There's really no point of you doing music just to gear up and flop. You're not even charting at all. And how are you recouping any money for your label? How are you going to get out of your contract if you can't recoup any money? Doesn't make any sense. So I think that Queen Bee probably wants to drop Yonsei. Okay, because she's not putting up the sales, but she can't because if she drop her and another label signs her, Yonsei could possibly take off because it's not the talent Chloe is missing. She's missing the push. She's missing the promotion. She don't have a budget. She definitely needs a new hairstylist. She needs a new stylist, period. The clothes ain't doing it. The hair is boring. She do the same type of hair all the time. So in my opinion, I do believe that Queen Bee probably wants to drop Yonsei and Baby Mama, aka Holly, but she knows that they have talent, and with another label and a bigger push, they could take off. And I don't think Queen Bee wants that, so she's going to keep sabotaging them, keep them signed, and making sure that their music career don't take off, which is a strategic move. You know, one thing about Queen Bee, she knows how to play chess, okay? But, you know, Nicki can't get away with that. You know, Queen Bee could get away with that, but if it was Nicki Minaj, Nicki would be getting dragged, okay? Nicki can't do that, but Queen Bee can get away with that because Camel Face is a gatekeeper and she's the queen of music. Now, a lot of y'all was asking me to do a review on Sabrina Carpenter's album, Short and Sweet. We already went over the disses. Well, I want to say disses, but basically her exposing that she was seeing Shawn Mendes and Shawn Mendes was seeing Camila Cabello. We already exposed that yesterday. Now, I did listen to the album, and for whatever reason, like, her voice, and on this album, okay, I'm just talking about this one album, not her past albums, she sounds like the Chart Obsessed Racist to me. If I'm the only one that thinks that she sounds similar to the Chart Obsessed Racist, and I feel like I don't like Chart Obsessed Racist music. I don't like her music. So there's only like one or two songs I like on this album where she just don't sound like the Chart Obsessed Racist. I don't know why, but their voices are very similar on this album. Is it just me, or do she sound similar to the Chart Obsessed Racist? I feel like there's some similarities in their voices on this album. But I do like Bed Chem or Bed Chem, whatever it's called. I do like that song. I do like Espresso. But that's about it. But I'm not going to grade it. I'm not going to rate it because this is just not my type of music. Like, I do like pop music, just not this type of music because I don't like side chick music like that. No shade. You know, except if you're SZA. SZA's the only side chick that I really listen to like that. But other than that, I really can't get into it. So, you know, I'm not going to grade it because I like Sabrina Carpenter and I did give her Donkey of the Day yesterday. But, yeah, I don't really get into this type of music. I don't get into side chick behavior and, you know, begging for a man. I don't really get into this. But, she sounds good, but she sounds like the Chart Obsessed Racist to me. I don't know what it is. I think I'm the only one that may feel like that. I feel like there's a lot of Chart Obsessed Racist-esque in this album. And I know she used the Chart Obsessed Racist producer and writer. I believe his name is Jack Ain't Off. Okay, I got, you know, some tea on Sabrina and Jack Ain't Off on Patreon. But, yeah, I can't get into the album like that. But I'm not going to grade it. It's just not for me. I know it's for a lot of different people, but not for me. Now, the king of surgery, Champagne Thickums, dropped 3 new songs because the ones he dropped for the 100 gigabytes of trash, unfortunately flopped. Y'all did not support the record he did with Scratch Off, 21 Below Average, or, what was the other record? Oh, with Young Thug, okay? But he dropped a song called No Face, where he was taking some shots at Kung Fu Kenny and Future, okay? Now, in the first verse of No Face, which features Playboy Cardi, but Playboy Cardi only on the chorus because Playboy Cardi is trash, he says, This the ish that my daddy had raised me on. Niggas got lit off the features I skated on. I gotta know how you get lit off the N-word you hating on. That's at Future. You gotta take that whack. Okay? You know why? Because Future, he used Champagne Thickums. Champagne Thickums gave him a whole album. Didn't they do a collab album? And you know how many unlimited features he got from Champagne Thickums, and he was hating on him the whole time. Okay? Low key, this could be at Travis Scott too, because I heard Travis low key don't mess with Champagne Thickums either. It could be at Rick Ross. It could be at a lot of different rappers that use Champagne Thickums. Then he said, all these years of throwing success in your face, all these baddies obsessed with my face. Now I'm like, who is obsessed with Champagne Thickums' face? I mean, after his nose job, he's still average to me in the face. I don't get who's obsessed with his face. I'm very confused by that. All this ish they don't address in my face. I can't be showing no stress in my face. Now, the reason why he said I can't be showing no stress in my face is because there was a picture at the all-white party by Michael Rubin where he looked very stressed. And that was the day, unfortunately, Kung Fu Kenny dropped a Not Like Us music video. Okay? But as for all the ish they don't address in my face, you don't address nobody to their face. Okay? And you still throwing subliminals. You still throwing subliminal shots after Kung Fu Kenny annihilated you. That's what I don't understand about Champagne Thickums. He do all this yippity yapping, but it's like you won't call people out by their name. Okay, you didn't do that until Like That happened. When Like That came out, that's when you decide to address people to their face. Now you're going back to throwing subliminals. I can't respect that. Then he said, I'm just so happy that N-words who envied and held that ish in got to finally show it. So allegedly, he's talking about Kung Fu Kenny. A lot of people felt like Kung Fu Kenny was jealous of Champagne Thickums, which I don't really believe. But again, you're throwing subliminal shots when you need to be direct. Okay, you just was in a rap beef. You can't be throwing subliminal shots after a rap beef that you lost. Now, as for SOD, that's the song he took Little Potty off of. Okay, aka Little Twizzler Hair, Little Yachty. I don't really care for that song in particular, but a lot of people wanted Champagne Thickums to drop that song. That's not my favorite song out of the three. The song that I do like is Circadian Rhythm, The Language 2. I do like that song. But like Kung Fu Kenny said, I like Champagne Thickums with the melodies. I don't like it when he act tough. Okay? Circadian Rhythm, that is my favorite out of the three that he dropped. Okay? That song to me is a bop. And y'all know I don't really mess with Champagne Thickums like that. Y'all know I don't. Okay? The botch BBL boy is not my fave. But Circadian Rhythm, he ate that up. The other two I really don't care for, in my opinion. But like I said, when he sing and he put a little bit of auto-tune in it, he got something. He gets me there. Okay? Now, it has been reported that Victoria Monae is dropping her SOS single called Sex on Sight. That's the name of the song, featuring Usher. Okay? Let me know how y'all feel about that. It's coming out August 27th. To be quite honest, she should have gotten The Weeknd if she wanted this to chart. Okay? This song finna flop. Well, I wouldn't say flop, but I don't think it's going to be like a top 20, top 10 hit. Okay? I like Victoria Monae. And Usher is an icon. Let's not get it twisted, but he cannot chart like he used to. And I think Victoria Monae, she needs hits. Okay? Because if you continue to drop like the All Right song for that music video she just put out, that flopped. The All Right single that she was pushing, that flopped. So that's why she had to come back out and put out another single. And I feel like, if you want to make something chart, Usher and Fist Breezy the Colorist, they not going to help you. You got to get The Weeknd. You got to go get Bruno. Bruno is about to be top 10 with Gaga. That's who you got to get. I know it's going to cost more. I know it's going to cost. But if you want a chart, that's who you got to go get, okay? So let me know how y'all feel about everything. I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And I hope you guys have an amazing day.